Okay, now something's been on my mind, like conspiracies. We look at all the tragic deaths of all our celebrities, people who were leaders, people who were inspiring to a lot of black people. Oh, and it's crazy because you tie it all in. You look at Dick Gregory, Dr. Sebi, and all the people that they helped and treated. Now I'm really thinking, all right, Nipsey Hussle just died not too long ago, and he was speaking on Dr. Sebi. And I seen a documentary with Left Eye from TLC. She was going on to talk about Dr. Sebi and using his methods, taking his herbs and medicines, and how she was transitioning and changing, and her music was going to change, and all this other stuff. And then you look at Michael Jackson, who had help from Dr. Sebi and Dick Gregory. And I think Big Pharmaceutical was pushing those drugs that Michael was using down his throat, but he was steadily looking for Dr. Sebi, and they kept him locked in that place, pushing those drugs that whatever he was using to go to sleep and whatever else. I mean, that them drugs cost a lot of money. They needed his money. They needed him to stay under those drugs. And I'm starting to believe that doctor that they blame his murder on, that was false. He was the how do you call it? He was basically the fall guy for it all. Just like the guy that shot Nipsey is the fall guy. And then he's lowered up and he got the guy who was going against O.J. Simpson. I forgot his name, but it's crazy. Like, and I'm starting to think, what about Prince? Prince went to Dick Gregory for help, and he's dead. Dick Gregory basically did the same thing Dr. Sebi did as far as health, and he's political what he's doing. Dr. Sebi, he was a Muslim, and he wasn't out there preaching political situation, but he seen that politically they was trying to stop him. So he started getting a little political because of political issues was stopping him from healing people, going around countries stopping them. Because all I'm saying is we need to dig deeper and look into all these deaths. Because it's crazy how they correspond to people who you never thought they would connect to. So it's like, wow, what about Bernie Mac? What about Isaac Hayes? What about uh, the guy that played Tommy O. Martin? I want to know, have they ever looked for Dick Gregory or looked for Dr. Sebi for help, for medicine or herb? I want to start looking into a lot of that because think about it, like it's real deep. It ain't just about just only pharmaceutical. I mean, you got to dig deep. If we start eating healthy like Dr. Sebi and Dick Gregory's talking, then all that farm food like meat, cow, beef, pork, chicken, all that stuff go to waste. And how they talk about carrots and other vegetables are really not doing anything for you. All they are is weighing you down. I mean, think about all of the money they would lose if everybody was to eat healthy. Same thing with big companies like power companies. Think about if everybody was to go electric and have solar power panels and all these other devices that keep you from having to use gas and oil, what they would lose. So they try their best to make it hard for that to happen. Now we do have solar panels, but look how they priced it. And for you to get the real solar panels, you can get some cheap solar panels, but that ain't gonna power up much. But for you to get the real device that can power your whole house and power other things, yeah, they made it expensive to where it, man, it's just deep. And I wonder how many now anybody that die, Anybody that die anytime soon, we need to look into their death. Now, Nick Cannon just said he's gonna pick up where Nipsey just left off on the documentary. Now let's see what happened there. Let's see what happens there. Because I tell you now, man, this is getting deep, real deep. I mean, all the killings, police shootings, unsolved murders, people hanging themselves, and it's being, well, not people hanging themselves, but people being hanged, and it's being deemed suicide. And we need to start looking into all this stuff. Just like and it's not always racial, because I remember there was a white guy who made a device to where he could run his car off of water, H2O, and turn it into damn hydrogen, and run his car off of hydrogen. That guy died. It was multiple guys that tried that, died. Hell, Tesla died because of his inventions. So it seems like anybody who's trying to do something that will not only better the world, not only makes it easier for anybody to live, but be healthy and empower yourself, they murder you. Like, if everybody was to open their eyes and realize that, these people would be on the run and scared, because they would have to either kill us all or run, because they'll never be able to beat. Man, this is crazy. I'm just throwing it out there. This is just scattered thoughts that I'm having, thinking of, and I'm gonna put together something nice to where I can put it on YouTube. This is just a rough draft, just thinking out loud of what's going on, putting stuff together, and just seeing if there's a connection through it all. Like, it's crazy.